analysis, and we'll be using the Space Titanic dataset found in Kaggle. It will help us get just like a beginner level understanding on what happens when you're given a data and how to analyze it, going all the way to modeling. Like for this case, it's a computation that's you're supposed to showcase your machine learning process, and from here you can now start your code from scratch, doing analytics, doing data understanding, cleaning, and we do some EDA all the way to modeling. So for this aspect, we'll be just doing the EDA. Maybe in the future we'll do like a simple machine learning. We build simple machine learning models to get a better understanding from a beginner level perspective. So the data set, or the challenge aim is you're supposed to do a prediction where if you be able to predict which passengers were transported to an alternate dimension and which one did not. So that's the metric, but that is not what we'll be doing on today. I just want to show you like a simple understanding of what analytics involves. So the data, since it's a competition, we have two datasets. We have the trained dataset and we also have the test dataset. So normally what that means is when you're building your model, you use the trained dataset to train the model, then to see if it actually works best, like the evaluation metric of it, we'll now use the test dataset. So for our analytics, we'll utilize more on the trained dataset. So we can see the columns in the variables that we have. We have passenger ID. This is like the unique identifier of the passenger. The home planet is typically their permanent residence. The cryoslip indicates whether the passenger was selected to be put in a suspended animation for the duration of the voyage. In the cabin, whether they are in port or standard board. The destination, the planet the passenger will be debarking from, like where they'll be coming from. Then the age distribution of the passenger, if they were either in VIP or let's say business class or economy class. Then we have the part of the amenities, where we have the room service, food court, shopping mall. Then we have the name of the passenger, and this is the target column when training, which is the transported, where the aim is to predict if a passenger will be transported to another dimension or not. And when we explore this dataset, it will help us to know in predictive analytics, maybe the location, the planet, if you have VIP status, like have high influence of you being transported. Yeah, so to start with, we start with go to code and we create a new notebook. So we'll rename our notebook. We will naming it Spaceship Titanic Analytic Tutorial. So normally this comes in handy when you load a new notebook from Kaggle. This is like just automatic. So the best model I like to use is the cross-sectional, the crisp DM. Well, it's like cross-sectional, gives you the different aspects in different in different realms on how to analyze data. So we have already been given NumPy, which is used for linear algebra, pandas. So coming here, my basic assumption is you have basic understanding of Python. So we also need two libraries for visualization, which should be Seaborn, SNS, and we also import matplotlib, plot. This will help us as we go on, but we just need to get a basic understanding of what we are trying to do. So we'll create a we do a HTML, a markdown, where the first thing we want to get is the business understanding. So, matplotlib. Business understanding. Of the project or the data set. So here, this is where you get to like state what you're looking for. It gives you, it's like a time frame of what you need to achieve, your objective. So for here, we just need to get a better data understanding and also do exploratory data analysis such that we're able to understand the data, which helps us in achieving the goal of the project. But currently our goal is to understand from a beginner point of view what data analysis includes. So here we now be diving deep into the demographic, the analytics, etc. So the next point we'll be doing is much of this is detailed in my Medium blog, where now you'll get the different aspect of what it means when you say business understanding. So the next thing we'll do is we'll do our data understanding. So I've written it in code, so I just change it to a markdown. So in this data understanding, we'll be exploring the data set, get to understand like its shape, the information that it has. We also do a data quality check. This all happens in data understanding. And from there, now we can go to EDA when we are completely confident that our data is of good quality. We have no nulls, we have no duplicates, outliers have been handled, etc. So to start with, we'll just want to understand, we load our data set that we have. So we'll be dealing with the train data set. So we call it train D. It's a CSV file. And the link is found here in the input. So just copy the link for the train data set. So we have loaded our data. You can see the shape of our data set. Which involves train.shape. This will tell us like the number of rows and the number of columns. So we only start with rows. The columns, we have 8693 rows and 14 columns. You can also, from here we said we'll be looking at the information, like the general information of the dataset has to offer. So the info of the data, do by train.info, and here it can tell us if we have nulls. Just from a glance, the data types, we have a mixture of objects, which means we have categorical, floats, and Boolean, which is expected. So the number of rows we have is 8693, which you can see some have 8493, so meaning we have nulls, so we have a lot of data cleaning to do. We can also visualize the first 5 rows of our data set. Train.head. Now we can see how our data set actually looks. So we were saying these ones were they were written as a data type of objects. So personal ID, yes. So age is in float. So because it has a decimal, which is expected, you don't expect to have age column as a categorical variable. You can also check the last 5 rows. So if checking the first 5 rows is head, so means checking the last 5 rows is tail. And we can see we have the last 5 rows. Well,